hello. How are you? Hello. How are you? Hello. How are you? How are you today? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás hoy? Hola, Adriel. Hola, Manuel. Hola, Riley. ¿Cómo estás hoy? Good job, boys and girls. You are doing such a good job learning that new song. And today, if you listened carefully, I said hi to 3 of my friends. And those 3 friends are some of my friends who have been turning in assignments. I got a lot of assignments this week, so I will keep singing names all next week of people who are turning in assignments. Now you might be thinking, Mrs. Hall, you are not in your office again today. And you're right, I'm not. Does anybody know where I'm at today? Good guessing. I'm at a park again because we are working on learning about trees. So I'm at a park again today and there are lots of trees around me. And today we're going to be doing some activities with those trees and some of the things that fall down out of the trees. We're going to be working on measuring. So are you ready to help me find some things in the forest that we can measure? Come on, boys and girls, let's go. Boys and girls, we just found something in the forest, and I have 2 special helpers today. One of my special helpers is named Megan. Megan's going to say hi to everybody, and she is my little girl, and she's going to help us today with our learning. And my other special helper's name is Owen. Hi, Owen. Owen is my little boy, and he's going to help us too. So look at the ground and see what we found that we thought we could measure. Owen, what did we find?
We found a log.
We did find a log. Now we are going to try to measure that log, and we have a special measuring tool. Owen, can you show us the measuring tool?
It's a measuring tape.
It is a measuring tape, and we talked about how you can measure things with a measuring tape. Megan, can you think of something else you could use to measure with if they don't have a measuring tape at their house?
A ruler.
Yes, we talked about how you can measure with a ruler too. And we even talked about how if you don't have a measuring tape or a ruler, you can measure with something else. You could measure with your hands. You could measure with your feet. You could measure with blocks. There are so many different things that you could measure with. But we are going to use a measuring tape. So Owen and Megan together, do you think you guys can measure that log and tell us how many inches long that is? I like how they're using teamwork. Megan is holding the measuring tape while Owen stretches that measuring tape out. If you're doing this activity at home, you might need a partner who will help you, either a grown-up or a big brother or big sister. Owen, how many inches long is that log? Ooh, so look at how they found that out. So that measuring tape has lots of numbers on it. If I zoom in really close, you can see those numbers. And we're gonna go all the way to the end of that measuring tape at the end of the log. And Owen says it's on 63. Wow, that is a big number. That is way bigger than most preschool numbers we do. That was something really huge. All right, we're gonna keep looking for more things to measure. Boys and girls, we found something else to measure, and this time it's smaller. So there is a stick on the ground by Owen. And we're gonna measure that stick next and see how long it is. Do you think it's gonna be longer or shorter than the log we measured? What do you think? Owen, do you have a prediction?
I think it's going to be smaller because it was 63 inches, and that's pretty big.
Megan, what do you think? Is it gonna be longer or shorter?
I think it might be shorter because it looks a lot smaller than the log.
All right, let's see if Megan and Owen's prediction is right. They're gonna measure the stick. So Megan's gonna hold it again so that Owen can stretch it back, and let's see how many inches long that is.
Oh, 11 1/4.
Yeah, kind of between the 11 and 12. So about 12 inches, isn't it? Good job. All right, we found one more thing to measure today, and this is going to be our last thing to measure today. We are going to measure a leaf that fell from a tree. Do you think the leaf is going to be longer or shorter than the stick that we just did? What do you think, boys and girls? Good job guessing. Megan, do you have a guess?
I think it'll be really close. I'm not sure if it'll be longer or shorter. Same. It looks pretty close. So I think it'll be longer.
Think it might be longer? All right, the stick was 11, so we need to see if this is more than 11 or less than 11. Let's watch and see. And we're going all the way to the bottom of the stem of that leaf.
That is 9 inches.
So 9 inches. Is it longer or shorter than the stick?
It's shorter.
It is shorter because 9 is less than 11. We've been working on less and more at school. And 9 is less than 11. Good job, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls, we're going to do one last game before we say goodbye for the weekend. And it is a game we've played before. We're going to play the syllable game with our names, where we have to clap the syllables to say our names. So I, again, picked 3 people that have been, or 5 people, didn't I? I picked 5 people that have been turning in assignments. And if you don't hear your name called today, don't worry. I'm going to keep playing games with friends' names. We have lots of friends in our virtual class, so it sometimes takes me a while to say everybody's name. But today we're going to play with 5 of my friends' names. So listen and see if I say your name. Ready? Riddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-dee. Can you clap your name with me? Amira. Help me clap Amira's name. Ready? Amira. Good job. 3 syllables in Amira's name. Riddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-dee. Can you clap your name with me? Melanie. Melanie. 3 in Melanie. Riddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-dee. Can you clap your name with me? Cyrus. Cyrus. Good job. Only 2 in Cyrus. Riddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-dee. Do you want to do the next one, Owen? No? Can you clap your name with me? Aaron. Aaron. 2 in Aaron. Riddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-dee. Can you clap your name with me? Gabriel. Gabriel. 3 in Gabriel. Let's do it one more time and you say your name at home. Ready? Riddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-dee. Can you clap your name with me? Mrs. Hall. You can do it with your own name. I hope you clapped your own name at home. Good job. All right, boys and girls, have a super fun weekend. If you are doing some fun Halloween things this weekend, make sure that you are safe and you listen to the grown-up at your house so that you know what to do to stay safe for Halloween. And I will see you all on Monday, and we'll keep learning about trees. Bye, boys and girls.